Bwana sifiwe. I'm really grateful this time to extract some little lessons from the visions and dreams that are found in the book of Daniel. And today I want us to think about the book of Daniel chapter 2 and Daniel chapter 7. You know, Daniel chapter 2 introduces us, of course, after Daniel has been brought to Babylon, and you know, of course, the attempt to try to make them be like the Babylonians. And of course, we've seen Daniel making a resolution in verse 8 of chapter 1. And then here comes a situation by which the king has a dream, and the dream is frightening. And the king calls all the people, the wise people, astrologers, you know, all these people to interpret this dream for him. And surprisingly, he wants them to tell him about the dream and also the interpretation of the dream. And of course, the astrologers and the wise people says, there is no one who has ever asked such a question. You need to be telling us your dream so that we can interpret it for you. But then of course, we are seeing an idea of everyone can note, and there is a declaration that everybody to be killed, all the wise people. That meant also Daniel and his friends. And Daniel, God speaks to Daniel through this, and Daniel interprets this dream. And in this dream, we see, you know, a statue, an image with the golden head. You know, we are seeing with, you know, the silver, the chest, we are seeing, you know, the bronze, and then we are seeing the toe with iron and clay. There is a similarity in the description of that image and the vision that Daniel saw in Daniel chapter 7. The only difference in Daniel chapter 7 is the naming of what he, you know, was seen. So instead of gold, Daniel sees a lion, and then instead of, you know, silver, Daniel sees a bear, and then instead of bronze, Daniel sees a leopard, and then instead of iron and clay, he sees a terrible beast. Now, both the interpretation and historical nature brings us into the understanding that the first image that was seen, either lion or gold, was demonstrating Babylon. And then bear and silver is Medo-Persian. And then we have leopard and bronze, which is actually connecting the Greek. Then we are seeing the terrible beast, or the bronze, which is the Roman kingdom. Now the thing is, and like I have said, my intention is not to go deep into the historical, you know, meaning of all this, but just pick a question from, or a lesson from this. The critical thing that has happened in both chapter 2 and chapter 7. In chapter 2, the Bible says there is a stone that was cut by no man's hand. It came and smashed the whole image. In chapter 7, we are seeing the Lord and the saints coming to reign over all those other kingdoms that have been established. So friends, some few things, realities. One, there are powerful kingdoms or empires that will be in the course of our lives, and has all been in the course of lives. But two, the kingdoms, all of them have a beginning and an end. Because we are seeing, you know, the Babylonian kingdom coming and ending. We are seeing the Medo-Persian kingdom coming and ending. We are seeing the Greek coming and ending. We are seeing the Roman kingdom coming and ending. But the third thing is the kingdom will affect the way of life. All of them have their own powers and the way they will actually address certain things. So they will affect life. But the fourth thing that I want to pick as a lesson today is, in as much as these kingdoms are powerful, the empires are great, and they affect life, there is a God who comes with no man's hand, and he will establish his kingdom. The question is, which side do I really want to be found in? To be found in these powerful empires that come and go, or to be found in this stone that was cut with no man's hand, the one who will come and reign his kingdom together with the saints? I want to encourage us today that we choose to stake with this God who in himself will come to establish that big mountain, as it is in chapter 2, big mountain that will dwell forever and ever. And so that is a comfort for us as believers, that we stake to this Jesus, we stake to this God. He will never let us down. He will reign forever and ever together with us. Shalom.